Let's go ahead and finally take it off. Dang! Okay guys, I have to be honest, I am actually nervous. I was initially excited to wear this thing for a full 8 hours while working without taking it off. But now that it's coming time to do that, man. Now, I am gonna switch out this strap. I've actually worn this for about 3.5 hours and it was not too bad, but I hear that this thing is way more comfortable. Let's go ahead and try this on. And just like that, I am in the augmented world and the 8 hours has started. And I guess one of the cool things is that you guys will get to see behind the scenes. Now, one thing, walking around with these on, you get some motion shake, some little up and down motion that you normally wouldn't get. And with that, the one thing I wish that was better is the pass-through quality, because all of the text, icons, everything rendered is so incredibly detailed and it works so well. But seeing people in the environment, you guys look like you're a 720p in this. But the crazy thing is, you do get used to it after about 10, 15 minutes, half an hour. That kind of becomes your normal reality, and that's just what it is. Now, people have asked, how can you connect to a Mac that doesn't have a screen that is on? If you look at this screen, I'm not getting any pop-up showing connect to this display because it is not that, but I can still pop in the control panel, press this button, bam, my MacBook Pro shows up. My screen turns off there and bam, look at that. So I went from a 6K 32-inch display now to this full big display. You can easily resize it, make it larger, but you can only have one of these, maybe because this thing is still limited by an M2 chip that limits you to one display. And one crazy thing is I don't have to keep my display at my desk. I can literally spin around, make this whole wall be my display, block out that window, stretch it out as big as I want to, grab my keyboard and maybe my mouse, and be chilling against this wall. Now with that, I don't even have to stay there. Just grab this, my Mac could stay in that other room. I can come join Ben over here.
Oh, hey, what's up?
Hey. And now we can both share this space. I mean, this display is, I don't know, 200 inches or more, and I could edit here. And of course, the quality looks a lot better what I'm seeing compared to what you guys see in the screen recording. Now, as you guys can see, my virtual display is behind my actual one, and so I see the outline there. So that's kind of annoying. Of course, I can grab it and I can bring it closer, and it looks incredible in spatial, the spatial design. You guys are seeing a 2D version of it, so now it looks perfectly sharp. And the cool thing is when you bring it super close to you, it actually makes it smaller, so it could just fill in your full vision without getting out of the way. Or the other option is going into my virtual space like that. So now I can bring it further out, and I can go ahead and make it way bigger like this. And the quality of this is absolutely incredible. Now, it's really cool being in this virtual environment, and I can actually hear birds at a distance. These speakers do an incredible job. And then if I need to look over at Vinny here, he actually passes through so I can talk to him. I'm not trapped in a virtual world. And if you want to, you could just blend it, and that works super well. So right now, you guys can see my keyboard. I can keep that visible. I can keep these guys visible. And when I'm just looking up, I'm in this virtual space. All right, guys, you have to check this out. I took some time to set up my environment in a way that would actually be useful instead of just, making a larger screen. You guys see there's a lot of windows all around me, and it's kind of hard to see it in this bright room. So I'm gonna go ahead and put myself into the virtual space here and take a look at this. Right in front of me, I have my Mac display, and I'm going to be opening up Final Cut there. Above here, I have a podcast turned on with the Juno app. To the right, I have a widget with my time, my calendar, and I like to keep up with some stocks. So I got that open. On the left side, I have a web browser. I'm going to be doing some research, checking out the latest news.
so I can easily scroll. And a lot of times we're doing testing, so I have a stopwatch down there. And then I have my notes app, so I can take some notes, and above the files app. So all of this, I can easily be sitting here, looking over to the side, take a quick glance, and it's so crazy how quickly you can actually switch through. And since I have my Mac connected, I can use my keyboard right here just to type some notes, and I don't have to just look over to the side. I actually have it right in front of me as well to make it easier to see what I'm actually typing. So everything just works really well together. Now with that, I'm typically a person that doesn't use my voice to type, or I don't use Siri, but with the Vision Pro, I'm actually finding myself saying, "Hey Siri, open messages." Bam, it pops up, and then now I can grab this, and using my keyboard, I could just type a text and send it. And another super cool thing that I just found is that with apps that support drawing on the iPad, you can literally just use your finger and draw and write, and it is surprisingly responsive. And the same thing goes for signing a document. If you need to open it up in the Vision Pro, just gonna grab it, pull it out in front of me here, hit markup, and give a nice little signature. Saved.
So far, I have to say that this is a lot more impressive than I expected, especially because of screen resolution and how many things you can have open in the virtual space all around you, where in the real world, even if you have multiple monitors, you're not going to get the same kind of experience. So now it's time for me to grab these cards right here, insert them into my readers, and do some video editing. Now, my favorite part about the Vision Pro is that you can immerse yourself and cut out all the distractions so you can focus on things like brainstorm using this cool new app from our sponsor Xmind, which lets you create mind maps within a 3D virtual space and truly visualize your thoughts with professionally designed structures like various tables and charts, intuitive tools, customizable themes and styles, and more. You can download the Xmind app on Apple Vision Pro right now to start your mind mapping today. Now, unfortunately, I already have run into a major issue that is unfixable, but the first thing I want to show you guys is this. What I just realized is that this is Apple's first computer that does not have any digital connection whatsoever. So it's practically portless other than the power. There's no way for you to just plug it in to get files. Thankfully, AirDrop and everything works just fine. So right now, I'm gonna go and AirDrop to my Mac. Bam, it's sending all those screen recordings, and I could keep editing. Now, the issue that I found is a pretty major one. Right now, I've been doing editing here, and I have my podcast opened up right here, so if it's turned on, I'm hearing it in my AirPods. But then, when I go ahead and go and start editing, well, I don't hear anything at all. And that is because my MacBook cannot be connected to my AirPods at the same time as the Vision Pro. And in the control settings, I cannot stream the audio from my Mac to the headset like I can do with the video. So even though I have all this blend of stuff on the Vision Pro and on my Mac that comes perfectly, you can't share one source. So then if I want to listen to the podcast, I could do that. Or if I connect the AirPods to my Mac, it disconnects from the Vision Pro. And then now if I play that, it's going to play through the headset itself. Now, I could just use one of these and try to, listen to both at the same time, but then it's playing for other people as well. And I think that's a major oversight. So now I have to close the podcast in the Vision Pro and manually open it up on my Mac's display. That way I can listen to the audio from my video and that at the same time, and then you're still stuck to one virtual screen even though it's large. That definitely needs to somehow be fixed. So now I'm gonna go ahead and put on my AirPods Max, and I'm gonna just go ahead and dial this in, and I think I'm gonna go in here and customize it, set it to dark mode. Bam. Now the contrast that I see right here is incredible. And let's get some of this editing done. Now I have almost 7 minutes of this edited. I was editing for a while, and I have to share my experience here. It was really, really good. being able to see this in a screen size that is probably 60-70 inches is nice. All the text was nice and sharp, no issues whatsoever. I think the main thing that started to bug me were my AirPods Max. So the cool thing is I can quickly double press and it takes all of that away. The headset itself with this band is extremely comfortable, and I wore it for about 3 to 4 hours before I put on the AirPods Max. I had no issues, and after about an hour I started getting some pain, but it's from my headband that is worn out. And then taking this thing off and editing without them, I started feeling a lot better already. And at this point I've had to reshoot a couple of these clips because I didn't have the audio recording on. It is almost 4 o'clock. That's been what is that, 7 hours already? Pretty much 7 hours. The comfort is really good, and I'm not getting any heat or any buildup or anything in here. The AirPods Max will get hot where your ears are after a while, but I'm surprised by how comfortable this whole setup was. Now, one really cool thing, say you have to go to the bathroom, which I had to do, you can literally just step up and start walking out, and then you just get back into your normal set. Like right there, I have that one display, as you guys could see. It's kind of dark, now it's coming back in. That will stay there, and then if I go to the bathroom here, I can actually come here, press, and decide, hey, I want to open up an app over here. Let's do Safari. You can grab it, paste it wherever you want to. So if you need a little break, you could be using your display. And then when you're going back into your office setup, you guys can see that the display is still on. It's still connected to my Mac. And as I walk up, bam, automatically back in full immersion in my virtual space here. And that has been incredible. And with that, if you set up other environments too, I can come over here. Everything just stays. I have this app store over here. If I'm gonna come refill, some coffee, get some water, I have a calendar set up. And if I want to take a little break from work, which I wasn't doing, you can just sit down, look at this, and just go ahead and start playing back a video and enjoying yourself. And it's crazy how everything stays tracked for pretty much ever. And now I got most of that video edited other than this ending here. And today I need to get some payroll done, a little bit of tax stuff. And the nice thing is I can actually sit down right here. I don't have to stay at my desk. I have my keyboard here. And now I can just go ahead and pull this up. Let's just open up a Safari window. I'm gonna drag this over here. Let's grab another tab. Let's go ahead and make that tab over there. And then I can come in, open up QuickBooks, open up Google Sheets right over here. Then if I want to pull up my calendar, get some info. And now I could literally just chill over here, get all that stuff done, and not have to just sit at my desk. Now, another cool thing that I found is that I don't have to have all these distractions over here. Of course, I can go in and change my environment, which is really cool. But if I press and hold, I can hide all the other apps and literally just focus on this one thing that I need right now. All right, guys, so it has been officially 8 hours of me wearing the Vision Pro. And honestly, at the beginning, I thought that I would want to just take this thing off and I'd be so tired of it, because with other VR headsets, you'd have them on for 30 minutes, an hour, and you just want to take it off. But this thing is doing a great job. And the one thing that I wish I can get right now would be the ability to use macOS on this thing. Basically, it goes back to like with iPads as well. I'd love to be able to control Final Cut with my hands, the gesture support and being able to just quickly open things up, switch it. I wish I could just grab my timeline, cut something, grab some sliders, and not have to use this traditional setup of a keyboard and mouse that we've used for years, because once you get used to it, it is just so quick to be able to look at something, open it, close it. It is a very, very good UI experience, and I want to be able to use this more. So that makes me just want more from Apple, and I'm excited for the second generation version. But with that said, if you wanted to know what it's like to use this for a workday, it's a lot better than you would expect. And you could absolutely go without a regular display, go about your day, and have way more customization, more so than you can even have with 2 or 3 monitors at your space. And even though it's been over 8 hours, I'm not gonna take this off yet. I still have some things to do, and I feel comfortable enough that I don't need to. I'm just gonna use my setup and get it done. All right, guys, it has been 9 hours so far. Let's go ahead and finally take it off. Dang! You guys are like 8K quality now. Oh, man. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's pretty crazy. The first thing is that light is bright. Everything's so bright in here because this takes the brightness down, evens it out. Obviously nowhere near sharp, but it was insane how after about 15-20 minutes I got used to having a lower resolution. And what shocked me the most is at first I was really scared to wear it for 8 hours. I thought it would suck, but it didn't. And even at the end, I wanted to use the extra features and be able to get stuff done with it. I had no issues with discomfort, with heat or anything. How does my face look? Is it all red or anything?
Yeah, there's a red line.
But with this headband, I did not feel any weight. The AirPods Max had more weight on me when I wore those for a couple hours. So overall, I'm way more impressed now with the Vision Pro and what it could do, and it really is a spatial computer. I am going to be using it. There's no way that I'm going to return this thing. I'm excited for the future, and if you guys want to see me wear this for a full 24 hours, going around doing a bunch of other stuff, not just a work day with editing and emails and stuff, let me know down below. Go ahead and click that circle above. Check out one of those great videos right over there. This has been Max, and I'll see you in the next one.